Hi guys, happy Wednesday. Super happy to be here, and it always feels like a million years until every Wednesday comes. Um, but it's our favorite time of the week because we can finally share with you everything we've been working so hard on. We have the most frilly, fairy, fantasy, just gorgeous set of Fab Five today. Uh, I've been surprised with myself because I've never been a bracelet person. But lately, that's all I've been wanting to wear, which is so strange. But I kind of go in waves like that, so I can never be like, oh, well, I'm never gonna do necklaces or I'm never gonna do earrings, because I just go in waves of things that I want to wear and sell and whatever. But bracelets, I feel like, are so huge. I think they're huge summer items because people are finally wearing like shorter sleeves and taking off their sweatshirts and jackets, and kind of a really good time to start wearing these. So we have made up for you an amazing set today. Um, Really quickly, I wanted to talk about what to expect. We very soon are going to be separating our checkouts between, you're saying warehouse sale.
Invoicing, yeah.
Yep, so two different invoicing between warehouse sales and vintage live shop. And then also, this is just a quick mention, but we'll show you much better on how to do it later. But we'll be doing vintageliveshopid.com for checking out. So kind of trying to just streamline things for you guys, make it easier and with checkouts and ordering. So be expecting that. But again, I'll talk about that a lot later. Next Wednesday is going to be a warehouse sale. We'll be doing our sale on Friday. So keep that in mind.
For Ian's surgery.
Yep,
We're
for the surgery. We're going to do a trade again. So, yeah. Today, the paints we're using weathered copper, which are paints that we already have. It's a paints that we've used before, but it's been a while. We've been kind of trying to feature some of the old paint sets because they're all so incredible, and we don't always take the time to show more ways to use paint sets that we've already created. So that's going to be really fun. It's primitive green stain, the grassland stain, mountain stream stain, and our antique copper.
Oh, Peggy was asking, why are we separating the invoicing? Because right now, when you check out, you're checking out from Idaho and Illinois at the same time. So if we fulfill an order, it shows it ships from one of the locations, but the other one you can't track. And we've been flooded with concerns about that. So it's taking up tons of time from like Taya and customer care, and we just can't track it. So what we're going to do is we're going to separate the checkouts from the two locations. So we will have the jewelry kits will be on Vintage Live Shop ID, which is just Idaho. And then the warehouse, it won't even be like that unique. You'll just need to check out separately from the kits as you will from the warehouse.
Do you mind fixing
all the liquidation
view for this screen?
Yes,
for the
and
3/4.
If you, I have to look at it.
Sorry.
Yeah. And if you, you're going to be able to toggle back and forth super easily. Do you want to go up in the right corner, or do you want to be in the top half?
It's up to you.
Okay, okay.
There you go.
Okay, and then
I'll have this available
zoom
too.
out a little more.
Yeah, this is good for now, and then I can toggle to the smaller too if we need.
Okay, great.
Okay.
And then let's see, did I cover it all? So it'll all still be free shipping. But when we do invoicing and when we ship a package, your notification will be accurate. So like when we ship, you'll know you're going to get a tracking number, and all that. And so it's kind of
Yeah, Peggy was saying
gonna
she
make
would
it a lot
love to be
easier.
able to track from the live shop, or to look up live shop orders from online.
Yes.
That type of stuff we'll all be able to do. So
Finally.
Peggy's excited about that. Yay. Sawyer's hanging out all the way across the room.
All the way over here.
Yeah. So, cool. All right. Oh yeah, and Lynn, I'm so excited I already got with Nancy and I am signing up for that flea market. So I'm excited. I asked if I'm probably gonna do mostly vintage stuff, like all my accessories and things there. So you probably won't have too much competition with me if I bring my jewelry, because I think I really am gonna do mostly bags and stuff, but
Clothes and
clothes. So
wait, do they buy clothes there, vintage clothes there,
I'm
Lynn?
gonna find out. Yeah, Lynn, maybe you can tell me like the type of stuff they do at that. What's the kind of vibe there? Like at our flea market here in Boise, downtown at the stadium, they do all clothes. So let me know, and I will tailor what I bring. I'm gonna pretend Taya said hi, baby, to me.
I was gonna say that's the cutest little side combo going on.
Sup, baby? Okay.
Oh, also mention what we're doing at the end of the sale. We can probably filter them in. The middle and the end we're doing.
I could start with one for fun.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay. I didn't tell them though.
Oh, okay. Well, secret's out. We're doing 5 OAKs. So I'll start with one of those even. Why not, right? We are going to try and we're going to try and make this live a little, I'm not short, obviously. It's still going to be about an hour long. But since we are going to be doing that, oh, I knew it. Taya said it was actually for me. Thanks.
We should wait a little bit on the OAKs.
Oh,
We should? Okay.
I don't think we made products for it.
Yeah, we did.
We did?
Tana did.
anyway,
Let me just make sure they're populated onto Carter because I didn't put them up on.
Okay.
what I was going to say is we're making it a little bit shorter because we want to figure all that stuff out for our vintage live shop id.com today a little more. So we're going to meet about that and do lots of planning. So yeah, lots of fun stuff. We're kind of like doing like this thing. All of the fingers are getting stronger so we can make our process better for you guys. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because now Ainsley is, so instead of everybody doing everything,
Yes.
we're dividing.
Dividing and conquering.
Yes, so we're conquering all the things that we wanted to do for you guys.
Yes.
Because Ainsley has the Monday segment, and she's doing some amazing things, and she's also going to be doing collaborations, which is going to be super exciting with other people in the industry.
Yeah.
Business tips, product intros, all supporting vintage.com. Then on Wednesday, we will be doing jewelry kits, tons and tons of vintage elements.
That's what I was going to mention.
Yeah.
Wednesdays, be expecting that to be your vintage, unique elements, things
Yeah.
we're going to be bringing
Beads,
to you,
pendants,
things that
brass.
you've never seen before every single week, which we've been starting to do a little bit here and there, but expect way more out of that. That's going to be our kind of maxim.
And
Soon.
then Thursdays is going to be the masterclass, which that's going to be because we had to change all the people's functions. So that's going to be Corey, Ainsley, Wendy, and Jean. So we'll be doing that. And then we might have some guest appearances every so often. And then on Fridays, it'll be the warehouse sale. And Corey is going to do some stash reviews on Thursdays too. So we just want to bring you more. And different. We don't want to repeat. We don't want to repeat what we do. So I was just saying to Mackie, when I buy vintage, when someone has a new thing, I have to get it because, I haven't seen it before. And so we want you guys to have that same experience.
Absolutely. It's going to be very fun. We're super excited to make everything easier for you guys.
And we're working really hard at headquarters to get you all the things that you want, all the super exciting things.
I'm gonna reach behind you just for a
Sawyer's
second.
saying hi.
Sawyer made this bracelet, by the way. The greens. I love it when the guys actually make kits because they've got a little bit different, little more masculine take, which is always nice to throw into the mix of tons of frilly. It's still obviously very fairy, but this is something more like my style that like I would wear as opposed to something super, which I always say though, my ultimate favorite is the most frilly, fairy, mermaid, crazy things. So,
You know, I kind of think of it as like Frank Lloyd Wright, you know, the very deco, beautiful deco, but Muka, that's a male artist.
yeah,
And
true.
he does incredible things. So I'm thinking,
You know what's so
deco-
funny?
What?
I have that Muka print above the bed. Well, I used to, but I'm going to put it up again. But Rocco he stares at the lady's face on the Muka.
Oh,
Like,
the
just
lines,
nonstop.
They're so beautiful. He probably thinks it looks like you.
That's
What's
funny.
my mommy doing there?
I think Mo kind of looks more like that.
She does. Well, I mean, your face, but her style.
Okay, so I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to go from left to right quick and just quickly run through our bracelet earring sets, which these are crazy.
You can tell them one more thing, that we're actually moving the studio too.
Oh yeah, duh. We're doing a studio move in the middle of all of that, and you won't even miss a live. We're gonna just work around the clock so you guys don't have to miss us for a
Not
week.
that we wanted Ian to have surgery on his gallbladder, but we're grateful for it.
The numbers aren't gonna be perfect, so they're gonna really have to pay attention to my comments.
Okay, so
Okay.
when we do the
Oh,
lots,
you can do
when
it.
we do the lots, I'll talk about it again, but Sawyer says pay attention to his comments. But really quick, I'm just gonna do, so Sawyer's Garden Mist.
Can you put it over
The-
your wrist?
I was holding it up a ton
I
just
know,
now.
but each one you can go over your wrist.
Okay.
That's it.
So there's Sawyer's Garden Mist.
Gorgeous. And those, every one
So
of them have
good.
earrings to match. But you don't have
Yowza.
to hold those up.
Then I did the petal blush. See what I'm talking about with the heavy fairy frilly, which I love designing. That's my favorite way to design.
And those really beautiful satin glass leaves are very old. They're from
These-
the mid-century.
You'll be getting one for your bracelet and two for your earrings. So you get 3 of those. They're incredible. But this, you know what? Another thing people are starting to wear again are the slave bracelets. So put a little chain. All you have to do is add a little chain with a loop around. That would be a really amazing bracelet like that. Then we've got the, Mom, you did this one, the Deco Flourish. This is the more, this also has a little bit more masculine type of take.
And that's a brand new, like
Yes.
no one's seen that leaf before.
This leaf is absolutely insane.
It's so deco
Can't you
and
just
gorgeous.
picture like a fairy sleeping in the little crevice of one of those folds of the leaf? It's amazing. It's like, I can't even get over some of these vintage elements. So
Mackie, I wanted to mention, if you guys have a necklace laying around, think about these and also just think of what you could do. You could just clip in one of the necklaces that you've gotten from one of our kits in the past, and these can all become necklaces.
oh, another
Like
thing
a choker.
is we may potentially be going out with the Carter. We may just be doing all of our sales through the live shop for our vintage live shop ID. We haven't completely talked about that, but that's a possibility. So we've seen a lot less people ordering through Carter, which is totally fine. But so that's
I
a
think
potential.
It's better for the warehouse sale You know what I mean?
When you're working with those type of quantities.
Well, because there's so many. Corey could have 25 things.
For sure.
And we'll only have like 6 or 7. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
not as necessary for these sales.
Hi, Chris.
Lavender Spring is the last one, and who did this one? Did I do that one? No, you did it, and I added a little
Taya.
sprig.
Taya did that one.
Oh, yeah, okay. This is another new element. So,
Oh, and by the way,
absolutely stunning.
Ben said in
I love
his
this
Etsy
right
shop
here.
he can't keep the floral sprigs, and so it's really
This?
popular right now.
Just this piece, or is
Yeah, the
things
floral,
like that?
The floral spray. No, he doesn't have that one, but
Things
'cause
like
we
it,
only
though.
have 20 of those.
Yeah.
Ever. But things like that.
No,
that,
I know.
That big floral spray is super in his shop.
Did you guys die over the price of the Fab 5 today, too? $119 for
5
10.
kids.
10 kids.
10 kids, sorry. Didn't mean to say that.
So it's technically, I
12
know, but it's a
bucks?
Fab 5.
It's
So.
$12 a piece. Yeah,
Oh, well,
not
'cause
even.
29, so
23.
14. $14 a piece.
Well,
right?
no, because you get one
But
free.
the discount.
You get one free, so it's like just $12 or just under $12 each.
So crazy. Okay. So, enough blabbering. I know we're trying to keep this live shorter so we can figure out all of our behind the scenes junk. So, I'm going to get this first lot out to you guys. Mom and Taya did these today. By the way, we're going to be working on doing more backgrounds soon, so that will be really fun to see some new stuff.
I can't
Maybe
wait.
we'll do some video showing you guys how
Oh,
we
wait,
do
let me
it.
get your bowl.
Okay.
Pour into your bowl.
Like, why aren't these $200? These are,
Well, we kind of went a
there's
little
a third
crazy.
more. At least a third more than any other lots I ever
I
do.
think it's because we didn't want to move as much.
Yeah, I guess.
We're like, throw that in. We won't have to move it.
What the? Look at these two alone. If I was at the flea market selling these, they would be 30 each, no problem.
Yeah.
Easily. And that's flea market price. So,
And there's that little kid, and there's so many things in there.
tons of green girl. Oh, that's pretty. I love that little hand. It's so fantasy. Fantastic.
I love those. I love the big elements there because you can cold enamel them with our paints.
What the heck? So many vintage brooches.
Yeah,
Hey, I also wanted to tell you guys, was with the brooches, any pins like this, I take a chain and put 2 little dangles from the bottom of the chain, and you can clip your pin through your chain, and then it becomes a bolo that you can interchange. So I thought that was pretty clever. I was talking to
loved it.
all the people at the flea markets, and they were all freaking out. They were like, why have I never thought of that? And I don't know why I haven't either. But yeah, you take the chain, and then you just pin it through the chain.
Do you want me to get
And then
the
it's
chain?
a bolo, like an
So you
insane
can show
bolo.
it?
And then you can actually use your pins, because bolos are huge right now. So, pretty nuts. So, I had to pat myself on the back for that one.
Of course, I got the smallest one.
This awesome, huge, gorgeous. Oh, and by the way, obviously, do the little cedar trick, the cedar stain, and make this gold. Oops, duh.
I
Go.
was just gonna see if I could. Oh, here we go. I found the chain. Oh,
So there's that. This is still all just one lot, by the way, guys.
she'll
I
get
can
it.
find one for you.
No, it's okay.
Look at this. The cherub, amazing. If this doesn't sell, I would probably throw up.
Well, that giant
Not to be
bracelet right
dramatic
there
or
is
anything.
$20. It's silver plated.
What the heck? And this little fun trinket box.
Oh yeah, I threw that in there.
Whoa.
cute is
Can you
that?
open
Yeah.
that for me?
It goes on the other side.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I've been wearing one of these all the time. Just that awesome little. Ooh.
Oh my gosh, you should show that you still have this to
I
go
know.
through.
This is all one lot. Yay, Lisa just snagged her Fab 5.
Good job, Lisa.
Is there a recipe to take brass to silver or antique silver? Yeah, didn't we did that recently with, wasn't it just moonstone and antique silver?
Brass to Jean?
Brass to silver?
If Jean's watching, then hopefully she can, because she did one.
There, I did the rest of the pour finally. I gotta show you the amounts. Like, it's so hard to describe.
And the other one?
What the heck?
All the other 5 are going to be very similar.
Size-wise, yes.
And stuff.
Okay.
The amount of stuff that's
Should
in
we
them.
do, did you guys do can you give me a number for this so we can sell this one off?
Sawyer, do you want to give a number?
Oh, this is like one of my favorite Swarovski colors.
Tell Mackie a number.
Hi,
How
Janet.
about
Yeah,
you,
whatever
Matt?
you want to do, Soy.
Matt, this number.
Oh, my number. Okay. Go ahead and comment. Lot 3. Lot 3. Look at my weird looking hand. I have the weirdest looking hands. Lot 3.
You do not.
I don't really care. They're just hands. So, whoever wants this one, comment lot 3 and you're going to get a sickeningly huge amount of stuff. All right. I'll spatter in a couple more throughout as well, but let's get started now on some of our demonstrations. Okay. Now, I'll go smaller up in this corner. Ooh, lots of people wanted that one. I think you saw the size and you were like, holy.
They're incredible.
Craps.
And the other 4, because we only did 5 today,
Yeah.
are just as loaded.
All right, I'm gonna start with the one I did just because I'm gonna get, isn't that incredible, by the way, in the corner? Like, having some jewelry props is amazing just for dimension to show. Dang, Marietta is our lots queen.
She must be at some freaking high speed internet cafe.
Also,
whenever she wants one, she gets it.
yes, she
You
puts
know-
it out there, and you are the lots queen. Like
I wanna
how
see
Peggy
her
always
collection.
gets to our live first.
Yeah, Peggy's always the first.
Marietta is the lots queen. So yes, I want to see the collection too that you have. That's amazing. You're so fun.
I
Okay.
can reminisce with her collection.
Heck yeah. Okay, so
This is a hefty boy over here.
they all are.
Yeah, I know.
Nuts though. Okay. I was gonna say something interesting, but I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm sure it'll come to me soon enough.
Are you going to do the same, or are you going to change it up?
I'll do the same and then maybe I'll add some more layers for fun. Let's get in here, up close and personal. Seeing the dimension and things is just the funnest part of the live. Honestly, sometimes I feel bad that you guys aren't here to watch me make the things, but honestly, sometimes your view is even better than if you were to be sitting right next to me, because you get to be so up close and see all of the little nuances of what's happening, even closer than the eye sometimes. So I always make it a huge importance to try and make your guys' experience as good as possible through how I film and set everything out. But yeah, so for this I am just adding anti-copper. It's going to be a really simple technique, and then I'll show you how to add a little more dimension besides what we've got going on up there, which
And don't you want people to say what they want to see from us?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys let me know if there's, kind of think of me as your puppet. Be like, hey, put some purple there, or some green or blue there.
Oh, I'm gonna link the paint kit that you're using today. I'm gonna, in a second once Laura's done there, I'm gonna link it.
All right, now we're gonna, and this is just the technique of the kind of burnishing with the stains.
You're good, Mom.
Thank you.
This you don't completely have to wash off. You can kind of just brush some of the excess off of there. And then we're just gonna buff in that stain. I'm gonna let it dry a little and then see this next step and your piece is completely done. But I'll add a little bit of the other colors as well just to show you. Show you some variants. All right, so that's all that took in order to get exactly what you have up there. And then as it dries, it's just gonna sink into those little crevices a little more. But I will show you how to get a little bit different look, which I think I might need a smaller paintbrush if you guys don't mind grabbing me one.
One right here.
Bristle, if you
Is
got
that
it.
the only one we're doing for a while?
Yeah, a sec.
Okay.
Okay, I want to actually concentrate some blue on the center of that flower. I'm gonna do like a little ombre thing towards the center petal.
Oh, Mackie, I was gonna say, so would you guys like us to send you like emails with information? Who hates it, who likes it? Because we could send Vintage Live Shop Idaho like emails and stuff. I mean, hopefully everybody's getting notifications.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try to do like little reminders. And what kinds of things would you like to know from us? That's cute. That looks really like garden-y, very Victorian garden.
Yeah, this you can go very, heavy Victorian fairy.
Diane's wondering if that is primitive green.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that would be Mountain Stream that I just added on. So first I did the antique copper, then the grassland, and then the bright right here is Mountain Stream. This last color, and that's the last color of the kit, is the primitive green. Then I'm just gonna do some highlighting on the leaves as well for some dimension, and then we'll call this piece good. The way these colors work together are incredible, and I just love how they flow. And
Peggy wants us to paint the Eiffel Tower. You're awesome, Peggy. Like, as long as you pay for the ticket, I will start painting it. You didn't say I had to paint the whole thing, but you have to come with me.
So cute. All right, and then
Sounds like a lot of people like emails and info and reminders and stuff.
okay,
Oh, and
we'll get talking.
we're gonna do a technique where we're gonna do a dunk. So we're gonna do a full dunk of like, maybe even that following Friday or the Wednesday after that. Because we're gonna do a full dunk in and do an ombre drip. So that'll be a fun technique.
Lavender spring, and I'm gonna make a quick note over here. Sorry about that. Do you have a pen, Mom? I just want to make a note to see. I already forgot it. If we don't do Carter, maybe doing links. Maybe write that down. Can you write that as a note on the back of this, like for when we don't have Carter, to have links to each product that we can maybe put into the comments?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll
Just
do
write that down so we don't forget. I'm gonna have a lot of things pop up in my mind today on how we can make your process nicer. Okay, so that was the lavender spring. Now I'll go through this bracelet and talk about it just a bit. You can definitely refer back to the pictures as reference, but we've got this opaque purple.
You're using stains, right, Mac?
Stains and then one metallic,
I
yes.
see.
Oh, okay, so the old patinas, you just want the paint version.
Yeah.
Valkyria, she said, I miss the old patinas. These are way more transparent.
You should
Well,
see
we
the
have,
paints,
you should see our paints.
Mhm.
They're
Oh,
way
yeah.
more
I'll fix
opaque.
that. I'll fix that.
Yeah, you'll definitely.
Yeah, especially since we haven't seen your name on here, that probably means to me that you haven't watched us for a while.
Yeah.
Which we have more than just our stains. So we have the stains for different reasons. That's for really like ease of use for beginners or just people who are trying to do lots of quick projects. But our ultimate paints are extremely pigmented. They're
And
insane. Actually, we could show an
we also
example.
have metallics and iridescence now.
Just, find one of our pour artifacts so she can see how
There's some in
crazy opaque. Oh, even this, we tried to go light on with but look at how opaque that is. This is our stain, not the stain, this is our paint. And that was us trying to be light-handed, so. Anyway, that is our bracelet. And I just did a quick kind of flow through. They're all basic wrap loops.
Here.
That's iridescent even.
I know, but you can show how.
Okay, this is one of
How
our
pigmented
transparent colors. And these are our iridescents, which are a transparent color. So, yeah, obviously our paints are very pigmented. But thank you for saying something, because if you don't communicate,
I love
there's no
that
way
you said something.
for us to know what you're thinking.
I love it.
So,
Because also this is also paint.
oh yeah. Crazy.
We love them both,
pigmented.
but this particular one is an effect.
Yeah, we have to have all the different things.
It's an effect. It's not a detail.
All right. Let's see. All right, I'm going to bring up, let's do the majestic wings next.
Do you know if you keep layering the stains also, they get very opaque?
Right.
I love the translucent effect though, don't you?
Oh, yeah. There's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah.
Yell. Okay, so this one is gorgeous. I'm going to use all the colors for this one. The outside is not painted, which you'll see in my designs. This one was Mom, she does it too. A lot of times if we're using multiple metals and layering, we'll skip painting on one of the layers and kind of showcase the painting on another piece. Then when you layer, it gives it that much more dimension. So pretty huge technique we use a lot that you guys can totally steal. We don't really call it stealing here since that's our whole job is to give you guys. You could literally just copy exactly what we do and we'd be totally fine with it. So let's do, hi Candy. Let's do the antique copper, and then I'm gonna bring the rest of the colors out as well, but the main ones for this are going to be antique copper and grassland, so we'll get the most of those.
By the way, there's only 2 Fab Fives left.
Whoa.
Yep.
Thanks,
And then after that,
guys.
they'll have to buy them individually.
Yeah, because we don't have enough of that one bracelet sold out. Right?
No, we have enough of the bracelets. So if you guys do buy all 5, then what Taya can do is credit you on your invoice.
Would you want to zoom on me up there just so they can,
Yeah.
if I have anything I gotta tell them, then you can have some reference and not just have a floating
Oh,
voice.
you're doing a, right. You're doing a full screen now in the corner.
In the
Nice.
corner, yeah. So this one, I mixed these three. I'm just kind of matching what Mom had done, but it's a little bit toning the, kind of toning that copper into a more bronze color. So you'll see us doing tons of color mixing. I think it's just really important to get kind of your head going differently and seeing how you can use your products and stretch your products. So that kind of cancels out some of the warmth, which I wanted. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about our natural brass color. So if you guys are into like your color palettes based on like your skin tone or anything like that, I like to say that using our natural brass as like just a tone to wear, speaking that way, is really awesome because it has warm and cool undertones. So if you're like concerned, like, oh, I'm a silver girl, I can't wear this, or I'm a gold girl, I can't wear that, go with our natural brass tone or our solid brass, and it has both undertones, so you're good to go. It matches everybody, and you can tell your customers that too. It's a huge selling point because some people are very strict on what they wear and what they think looks good on them.
Oh my gosh, Rosa is watching from her cruise cabin.
What? I've never
That
been on a
sucks,
cruise. Sawyer says that must be
Too bad
rough.
You're not like, at home, like, not doing something cool.
So, Mackie, are you doing
That's
just like a
amazing.
blonde finish there on the edges?
It's just toning the brass to a
Yeah.
little bit darker bronze type of color.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to concentrate this green.
Like a champagne bronze.
Green and copper. Add
Pretty.
some to that. And then you'll just concentrate that to the inner kind of diamond. And it's okay if you cover any areas that will start to, that's the beauty of the type of paint this is, since it's a stain. It really does a lot of the work for you. And we choose items that work well with the colors as well. So we do a lot of the thinking for you. Both sides are already starting to dry, so I'm going to just do a little bit of, I see some warmth on either side of here, so I'm going to add back a little bit of the copper. A lot of these, most of the time too, if it's a piece of jewelry that I have not designed myself, this is the first time I'm doing it, so I don't really practice before. So Mom had done this one, so I'm just color matching for her on the spot, so you guys can see just how simple it can be.
I really loved showing, because sometimes you want to like be tempted to marry the metals, but I really wanted a striking contrast between the two for this piece.
Yeah, it's so pretty. Well, it's tied in because you did the highlighting on the outside, and then that ties in the color of the lighter brass center.
Yeah.
But that's what's going to give it tons of dimension. If it was exactly the same, it wouldn't be as crazy dimensional.
No.
So I'm going to also take the sponge and just the sanding sponge, which we've linked before, but we could probably do it again.
Yeah, and we're working on getting our own sanding sponges.
So with the settings, I always go kind of like this, instead of just taking your prongs and going right down on there, it will kind of tear up your sponge. So if you take it and flip it down and just go on one of the sides of the prongs like that, you can control and not let it tear apart your sponge.
I'm going to put in the patina effect kit that you are using today.
Sounds good.
And I'm gonna pin it.
Okay. There's that. That is not totally dry yet, so I'm gonna wait a minute to wrap that. But I will set it in the center.
Oh my gosh, Rosa's itinerary is amazing.
Whoa.
She's in the Dominican, the Grand Turk tomorrow, and Monday they're gonna be in Nassau.
What's that?
Bahamas.
Whoa.
Grand Turk, amazing. Let's just say everywhere is stunning.
This is probably enough time to wait since we're just doing the little prong.
Oh, did you see what Peggy wrote?
No.
You could pin it.
That's so nice. I wish that I could see color like Vintage Family does to know what combination of colors make up a color. I'm always in awe. That's so nice, but you're probably going to be pro after watching us for years like you have been.
Yeah.
You're going to get it eventually, and you're probably already amazing. You're just being
She is
demure and modest.
Look at Peggy's.
I did this too much.
Peggy's profile. Gotta love you, Pegs.
Okay, so this is helping to just kind of pinch.
I love everybody's expression. You know, these days I've just really felt like I can see so many different points of view that I'm just gonna nod my head yes to everyone.
That's how I feel.
Well, it's all perspective, and you never really ever know until you're in. You know, what do they say? You can believe half of what you see. You can believe only a half of what you see and nothing of what you hear.
Sounds about right.
You know, it's so true.
I rubbed a little bit of that color off as I was pushing that down, so I just added a little bit more.
Is
And
it
that's
just because you didn't wait for it to dry?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay. Then
The stains do take a tiny bit longer to dry, maybe
Yeah.
like 5 minutes instead of 2 or 3.
so
Oh, thank you, Rosa. Mackie, she said this is so beautiful.
oh, yay. I made Mom add this adorable little moon to this one to make it even more magical, because this to me looked like a really gorgeous like window in a castle, and I just imagined like looking out at the moon through the window. So I made Mom add that cute little guy, and then Mom had put these really gorgeous bead caps in this kit as well. So really stunning bracelet.
And the earrings, do you want to show the earrings too next to it? Because those
Oh yeah,
are so
I keep
pretty
forgetting that they're even earrings.
that everybody has earrings in them.
I might, Mom, would you mind showing this leaf one? I have to go to the bathroom so bad. I've been chugging my health drink.
Oh, you want me to just
Your leaf,
quickly do
you
the
could paint
yeah,
the leaf one if that's okay.
I can.
So these are the earrings that go with that bracelet. Also, so fantasy fairy beautiful. I cannot believe that you have earrings that go in the kits as well.
But
It's
I
incredible.
have horrible nails right now because I've been moving junk.
Okay, so
So Mackie's putting me on the spot, guys. Do not judge. I would have done a better job with my nails. Plus, my hands are really swollen, so I have to ask
No
for
one
everyone
cares.
to be not in the judgment zone.
feel like it would be different if it was like your face. I don't know, it's your hands, so who cares?
Well, my face is about the same. Oh. Hello. Okay, I'm going to be doing this amazing leaf. This is kind of fun because I'm always like talking to you guys, and I am never usually, I mean, Thursdays and occasionally I'll do a demo, but I'm looking for the piece that I pulled. Hey, Soy.
Yeah.
Did I pull this? I don't think I pulled this
I
piece.
can do it for you.
Oh my gosh.
Mom, you can show the other one.
The leaf?
This time or leaf?
Okay, I'll do Sawyer's leaf.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna do Sawyer's leaf instead.
Peggy says, Wendy, quick, paint your nails.
I know. Where's my moon cat when I need it? This one was super cool how Sawyer stacked up Heishi beads here and then hung those together. And this was like a hematite look 2 bead that's vintage. But I love how that is a cute little like element in itself. So super pretty. But anyhow, I didn't want to change too much of this leaf because it is so beautiful. And I really loved the striations and everything. So that's another reason we loved using the weathered copper kit today, because we could keep all of the grooves, and sometimes it doesn't matter that much when it's something thicker here, because you're gonna, the grooves aren't gonna disappear when it's the full paint strength, but the grooves will disappear if you put full paint on pieces like that. So basically, what I'm doing the same thing, Mac.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta stop leaving our brushes in
Not
the
gonna
water.
Happen. Not gonna happen, ever.
So basically what I did on the first part was I just mixed a little of the grassland and the primitive green together for the center here. I just get that little basic down, and then I pull some off to get, and sometimes I even go over it with my fingers like that.
I'll tell you why, Kimmy.
What?
She says, I love this so much. Why doesn't Sawyer want to design more? He thinks he is not good at designing.
I know, and I have no idea why.
Either that or he's just being lazy and he's pretending he's not good. So you tell us, Soy.
That's not that I'm lazy.
He's giggling. He's too embarrassed, which is crazy
I know,
because
I
he's
love
super talented. Okay, so then what I'm doing here is I'm just putting, I just want this, and lots of times I like to paint with the back of my brush. And I just want, you know, how these would act, and you know, how leaves would turn a little bit, have little striations, and I'm just gonna pull it off. So it's kind of like a combination of drip and brush. So there's that part of it. So first, the layer of these two, grasslands and primitive green, and then I'm gonna put some antique copper on there. And I just put a hint, just like a barely any hint of the mountain stream. So I'm not gonna pour it on there. I'm gonna put a hint on the tips here, and then watch how it like moves. You'll see how it just kind of pulls up the piece. I don't want it in there. Okay, and so it's kind of all drying at the same time there. And if you get too much on, you can just wick it off with the paper towel, which I love. And it's kind of like a little painting. And then the last part I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drip some more of the primitive green on here. Oh, and just so you guys know, we're not gonna demo this one. It is just primitive green. That's it. And all I did was just, what do we call that? Burnish
we're
it in.
closely approaching our hour mark, so
Yep,
we need to
and
get
we're just
going
gonna
on the lots.
Burnish this in here. And then the
That's
last thing I did, oops. Okay, so that happens, right? We don't want that much on there, so just blot it off. And so that is why a lot of times I will just use the back of my brush. But this time I'm just gonna, yeah, isn't that so pretty? And then this just will settle in. You can see how some of these have settled in. And I'll just do a tiny little, actually I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just put a little down there. And so you're just kind of hit it in different spots to get that look. And that's it. What do you think? They'll all look a little different, but you can't go really wrong. And so this one was a mixed technique of dripping and brushing and dabbing. A lot of my paint techniques end up being like that. So that's the demo for the day. And this is almost dry already. Mackie, do you want me to get it ready for the 4 final lots?
Sure.
So you guys, we have 4 more lots, and thank you for today. This was a fun one. We love designing for this one. This weather copper is such an amazing finish for so many of your pieces. Oh, and I was gonna show you, if you get a piece like this in one of your lots and you're like, that's really pretty, but I want it a little more dimensional, just remember all you have to do is just dab a couple of other little colors on, and then of the weather copper, and then you get this whole new dimension. I use my fingers a lot too, like finger painting. But look how pretty. It just looks like it's been sitting there all forever, just weathering.
All right.
Weathering Heights.
There we go. It's about time for me to watch that again, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Don't you love how neat and clean our tables are?
Fixed with a background. Okay. So,
We'll do this one.
also, guys, I wanted to mention I have what I think would be
This is here.
a huge hit for you guys.
Oh,
but
we forgot to tell them about gluing that on.
okay.
You need to tell them real quick, because they might want to know.
So with the earring, we did these 2 little tinies, and we've got
You don't have to glue
that
it, but
stone,
show the type
and
of
this
glue.
one we do here at the very bottom, and then obviously you center that, but you're just gonna use your Loctite Super Glue Ultra Gel Control, which is our favorite
And then they
jewelry glue of all time.
Perfect.
It's the best. We've tried many, and we've done it in our mass production. So tried and true. Just use that. Don't even bother with anything else. Okay.
Kimmy said she loves the fab. Oh, masterclass tomorrow, guys. There is no masterclass tomorrow because we're moving the studio, but there are 5 Wednesdays this month. So we are moving it to the end of the month. So you get a day off from us, but I mean,
Technically not though,
you can
because we
text
have
us
it.
and you can post on DIY with Vintage. And if you really want to still do vintage stuff, right, Mac?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we all look at DIY with Vintage, and we're loving your projects. So many of them.
Also, I have a little idea while I'm laying out this lot. Oh, a full Swarovski charm. I wanted to swing by you guys and let me know what you think. So I haven't done a free dive for a couple of weeks, but I want to build up your guys' little excitement. What do you guys think about us creating artisan elements during the live that you're able to buy? So like cabochons that we make on the live, or like my detail painting, or just techniques that we've mastered. Would you be interested in buying those on our Wednesday lives ever? I personally could see that being huge for you guys.
Like pre-done?
Pre-done, yeah. Like I do it on the live and then make more of them later. So like how I did these painting here, lots of painted elements, or even hand hammered and hand worked. And then I could make them available for sale through the live. I thought it would be incredible.
I really love that idea, Mac. I mean, I know I'm speaking for everyone, but I would like that personally.
Sue says yes, please. I know it's hard for you guys to be buying like tons of tools all the time, and since we have everything, we could just do all of our master working for you. And also, if your motor skills are going a little, like if you're having harder time seeing close up or just doing that fine working, I would love to do that for you.
Candy says yes, great idea, Mackie.
Yay, thank you. I'm glad that you love that. I thought somebody would like it.
Monica said her husband just heard that and said no.
Whoops. Okay.
Yes, and always love it when pieces
That's
come
so funny.
pre-done. Nice.
All right, I'm going to give the lot number. I put everything out. Obviously, it's a ton. But here is the OAK lot number 1. So go ahead, comment lot number 1 for that. Oh my gosh, look at, you're actually getting a lot of Swarovski in here. Did you guys grab from like one of the
We
bins
did take one of the,
and pour?
so remember when we cut apart the big Swarovski flag?
Yeah.
You know,
You
where
took some of that? That's
they
amazing.
have, like,
Look at all these.
the demo flags. I think that's what they're called, right? The felt that they have lots of
Just their sample
charts.
charts.
Sample charts. Anyway, we cut them off, and then we had a big baggie of them, and we just threw all of these
that you could
have a
glue
ton
it
in
on
them.
there.
All of them have a ton of Swarovski in them.
Whoa, yes.
And also Taya threw in a bunch of moonstone stones.
Wow.
I mean, these are insane. They really are. They might, yeah.
So
Debbie put lot 1, Evie put lot 2.
Wait, it was lot 1, right?
this one was lot 1.
Okay, good.
No, Evie, no, or is she saying lot 2 before you show it?
Yeah, I haven't showed it yet.
But, I mean, she can.
I mean, if she wants a mystery.
This is lot, yeah.
Maybe she was guessing.
Evie, are you saying you're buying lot 2 before we show it? Because we could do that if you want.
And Taryn says her orders have arrived very quickly. We're even going to try and be even quicker. So
Yes.
we're going to do
ship
new
twice a
ship
week.
out days
Yeah.
as well. So that's another thing you can be looking forward to.
Twice a week.
Twice a week shipping days, and I'm making Scott do it. He's an amazing shipping freak. He loves to make it all cute and special for our orders. So I'm going to make Scott do our shipping.
Avonda, the lots are $100 only. And I
What
know
is
it's crazy.
this? This is so cool.
Well, I thought
This
they
is the
had-
most cottage core little
I know.
beautiful little thing.
I thought if they didn't
What a
want
little
to
swing.
keep that
Look at that.
intact, they could use
Of
every
course.
one of the. But look how cute that garden is. The garden
That's
thing.
amazing. I'm putting my foot down. We're done giving things away after this.
You want to know something funny? You want to know why me and Taya are make a great combo?
Why?
She was insecure about the lots.
What? These are like the most filled lots we've ever had, and Taya was like worried.
Wow.
She
Okay.
did an amazing,
They're so awesome.
Lot
she did an
5.
amazing job on that.
Lot 5, and there's still more.
Green Girl Butterfly Key. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, there's so much in there.
I love this one. I love that we're including all of these. These are incredible for Raku, just stamping together with all of our Raku colors.
Oh, do you know those sell for $24 each pair of earrings in Ben's shop, and that's wholesale.
These,
Yeah, after they're raccoon,
that's amazing.
after they're just, got the paints. What I did one day is I wanted to do a speed test to see how fast I could do like 10 pairs of earrings. So I lined up 20.
Oh yeah.
And I took 10 and I did raku on 10 and then I smashed them together. You know how you put them together?
Yeah.
Pull them apart. And then I had 10 pairs of earrings. $240. It was amazing.
Okay, on to our next lot. Oh, that is cute. I love little bears lately. That's amazing. Gorgeous locket.
Oh, man.
Big, gorgeous filigree.
Looks like Rosa and maybe a couple other people are a little confused on how the
Yes,
lots work.
we are.
Oh, okay, so I'll tell you
that.
guys how to do the lots again. So right now these are just giant lots. They're $100, but what you do is you wait until I give out the lot number, and once I do, you're then able to comment the lot number. So for example, we don't have this number today, but if there was a lot 7, like what's being poured out right now, we pretend that's a 7, I start showing, and then in the middle of the lot, I will give out the lot number, and then anything that's shown after that into the same pour is all bonus portion of the lot. So pretty soon I'll be putting out the lot number. You can comment that. Sawyer will then give you a code to load that up into your cart. So, and it will change a little bit when we're changed over to the Vintage Live Shop ID, since we won't be doing Carter anymore, most
It'll be
likely.
less confusing.
Yeah, we'll make it more streamlined, but only a couple more lots today. Just this one and the next one.
Sawyer, Debbie's asking.
Yep.
You got it figured out?
responded to her, yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna send her an invoice.
Okay, Debbie, you know that Sawyer's gonna send you an invoice. Oh, Peggy got the.
I know. Peggy got a really unique one. These are so different than usual, and I love that. All right, I'm going to give the lot number, even though there's still more than half to show in this particular lot. So lot 4, go ahead and comment. And you can secure this lot. Let's do the rest. Tons of variety in these lots. The great part about this is you get to try things that you wouldn't necessarily always choose, but it's a great way to kind of fall in love with some different pieces and components. Also, if you buy this literally to only test your techniques on, it's completely worth it because you have about 1 million tries.
Oh, and resell.
Yeah, and resell, because usually the testers are just as gorgeous. And I've seen what you guys do on our DIY with Vintage. And let me tell you, we've got some insanely talented ladies. Like with the
yes.
cabs that were just made after my live was insane. She did better than me. And yeah, so many insane things.
Mackie, and speaking of DIY with Vintage, you guys, can you, everybody should be on DIY with Vintage.
Yes,
because
please
it's such a
get on that
wonderful
site.
sharing community. In fact, I was specifically freaking out. I mean, I freak out over so much on DIY with Vintage, but specifically Lynn's, and I do like to call out a lot of people in a good way.
Yeah.
I'm calling out Lynn's resin bracelets that she used from Jean's Technique.
Oh, come on, dude. They are so
Specifically,
good.
the hummingbird bracelet, I'm freaking out. I saw one of those bracelets, like that kind of fused technique. It was $145 for that bracelet. And Lynn, honestly, in the right boutique, I believe you could get that for these because they are so gorgeous.
Look at this layout, just these things. Who wouldn't buy that for $100? Just that. And I still have all of this to show you.
The first
Come on.
The first 10 things were $10, were, $10 to
Look
$15
at that.
each. So
Look at this layout of just this. Isn't that gorgeous?
you could stop right there.
I could stop there. And then, I mean, come on. It's so fun.
Well, you can tell what these are. They're design sweepings. So when we finish with a live, or this is from like a lot of years of design sweepings. Because when we did private label, we had to make so much, and then also vintage
I
elements.
loved this piece that I made. Look how mermaidy and bubbly the little charm is.
Oh, when did you make that?
A little while ago. Probably for one of Mo's charm necklace thingies, but that's okay.
How did it get in there?
That's fine. I love it. I just want to remember to make it again.
What was that last one you just did?
We're gonna need
The
these
last
umbrellas
lot?
to shield your head from all the beads that are about to come through the mail.
Is this the last lot
For
you
you
did
guys.
before that?
Yeah, I think so.
That was lot 4, so I.
All right, so I'm gonna.
If you do lot 5, I'm trying to keep track of.
I only have one left. Okay, I'm gonna give the lot number, and there's still way more than half coming.
Yeah, we did lot 5.
Okay, yeah.
So,
We did them all,
lot
that's
2. Now you can comment. Lot 2, and then let's show you the rest. I just loved that pour.
These are
Look
our.
at this cute
Mackie,
fairy ball.
these are our customer. Oh, Taya threw that in there.
I love it.
These are our customer appreciation OAKs. This is for sure. We're not making a red cent on this. Like nothing.
Yeah.
We're losing money on these, but this is for you guys.
We should name them lost lots.
Yeah. Lost lots. But we do it for you guys so you can
My favorite
have
color.
like extra perks.
And this is lot 2, and it's gone. Oh, and a beautiful unicorn. Mo's obsessed. Yay! How fun!
Oh my God, I can't believe you're still pouring.
Look at this.
Okay, maybe we were talking a lot. I think Taya and I were talking
Yeah,
a
they are
lot,
insane.
and we just went, well, yeah.
I agree, Kimmy. I know you're not calling them insane, but I'm gonna call them insane. They're
She
insane.
did. She said these lots are
No, I'm
insane.
saying Mom and Taya are insane for
Oh.
giving them.
We are insane. We were having fun. Like
No, it is
talking.
fun. I'm glad. How fun. Okay. That was it, guys. Love that one. That was my personal favorite. The last one was. Lot 2.
That cute little bottle.
Yeah, with the. Oh, love it. So inspirational.
That's it.
All right, guys.
Next Friday, we won't see them for 8 days. 9.
Oh
9
my
days.
Gosh,
Oh my
sad.
gosh.
Can you fix the view so I can say bye to these
Yes.
guys? I'm gonna stack the bowls in front of me. You can see them all. Except there's one missing. Anyway. So that was so fun. Insanely gorgeous bracelet stacks today. Incredible lot sale. Those went very quickly, which is always fun. Again, I can't wait to bring to you guys kind of our more streamlined approach on the live shop. Again, be looking out for Wednesdays. They're going to be very heavy on unique elements, so handmade elements that I'll do. We're also bringing just vintage elements that you've never seen. You can expect that every week. So we're very excited. We're going to be doing all sorts of new fun things. Anything else you wanted to mention before?
Just
The studio will look different.
Studio move.
It'll look different.
Hopefully our lighting
Similar.
will be even more glamorous. Just kidding, I don't really care. It only matters what the jewelry looks like.
Tell
You
them
know.
if they are having trouble checking out with the lots, because those are kind of notorious, just to email.
Oh yeah, Sawyer will help you out if you're having any issues or if you're confused at all.
Taya.
Email Vintage Live Shop. Wait, what's it again?
Live shop at
Live shop at vintage.com. And Taya, do you ever hate that? Like when you have your elbow and there's like a little tiny bead that keeps stabbing you? I can't
Susan,
figure
good
out.
luck on the studio move.
Thanks, guys. So yeah, we're so excited. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and we'll try and keep you updated on the process. As always, if you have any questions, we're happy to answer anything and keep you guys in the loop. And we miss talking. I want to talk to you guys more about your personal lives too, because I've been so focused on just what I've been doing and junk. Yeah, babies moving. Yeah. So yeah, let's talk more about you guys too, because you guys are the most important things about these sales. We do them just for you. So I'd love to talk to you about like I'm gonna get to see Lynn probably. I get to meet Lynn most likely if she's doing the flea market next month.
Oh, and Doug,
Up in Garden
Doug
Valley,
said he's
or
going to
Crouch.
be working hard to make sure we can get silver. We can keep silver in stock.
Oh,
So we make the findings, but we get them plated. So we, you know, he's listening to you guys, because when we said, we saw a lot of sad like emojis when we said we're not going to be doing plated findings. So Doug is listening. You may not think he listens because he's so busy, but he's on that. And Corey is probably the little voice in his ear that says, Doug, the ladies still want silver. So whenever there's stuff like that, please just email us or, let us know what we can do for you, because that's why we're doing the lives.
yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. I missed ya, and I'll have to wait another 8 days to see you again. But
One more thing. If they do buy all 5, because the Fab Fives are almost sold out. If they buy all 5 bracelets, Taya will take off the 5th. She'll refund the 5th. So don't worry about it.
If you missed out on the first 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so if those are sold out, which you said they were, or not yet?
They're close.
Close to selling out. But we will refund you for the last one. If you still want to get that deal, rewatchers or anyone who wants to come back for more of those. So, all right, guys, thank you so much.